Hello and welcome to another video. Before we begin, I just want to mention, you can probably tell this is a really short video. Mainly because today you could probably miss this video and not miss out on a lot. Really? Because all I did was just gather resources to make my enchantment room. Mainly because I just didn't have an idea of what to really do for today. But also because I am a bit busy and I'm gonna still be busy, so making videos is being tougher than I anticipated it to be. So what did I do today? Well, I'm just gonna give you a little bit of a rundown with this little short mini clip of what's going on before we get onto the actual video. So if you want to stick around to actually see what I'm doing and just me going over little things, which again is very minute, go ahead and stick around until I'm done yapping. But for now, I'm just gonna let you know what I'm doing here. So basically, as you can see, I'm just gathering some like stuff, and my first main priority was to finish this little beach area that I've just kind of left alone. The entire point of this area was that it was continuing the lore of what was happening around the village, around this little area. The entire theme of it is to be a like forested, dark, enchanted area with a tree of life kind of at the center. It was meant to be a white tree, but I decided to only leave it halfway a couple of episodes ago because I wanted to make it look like it's a bit run down and that there's like this ongoing war between light and darkness within this little area of the forest. And as you can see in the background, there's no trees yet because I have not built the forest part of the forest. I've only built the floor, and honestly, I'm gonna get to that eventually. But right here, what you're seeing is just me fixing up this area. After that, I basically get on to what I'm actually gonna do, which I was initially just gonna kind of put it as a surprise, but I've already told you here in the beginning, so you're not really missing out. It's just gonna be in a jam room. Again, feel free to just skip this episode. I'm sure that there's going to be something else that I'm going to post later on that is more worth it. But again, this episode is just more of a little quick progress update because there's not much that I could have done today to really add to the content of life that is this channel. But I am trying to get things done, even if it's a really slow pace. So without further ado, I'm just going to let the rest of the actual video play out. Feel free to stick to it and watch what I built. I will say there was a little minor error in the middle of the video, so if you're going to stick around, you're going to hear me mention it later on. But anyways, I hope you enjoy, and I'll leave it to me. Okay, so without further ado, let me tell you what we're doing. The plan for right now is to make an enchantment room. That's kind of why we got all these pieces together and why I let you know about it at the beginning. I've already planned on where I think the enchantment room should go, and I've decided that it's going to be right here in between my two librarians because it just makes sense. It will be close to the village and it will be right next to the house in case I need anything to be enchanted. I want this enchantment room to be down below, but I also want to make sure that it doesn't have a lot going on, so that's why we don't have a lot of blocks. It's going to be a small one. It's going to be a small enchantment room, should be pretty compact, and that's really about it. So what we should get started is making sure that we can start digging down. So what I'm thinking is we go at least a couple blocks down, just so we have a good amount of space to climb. I think something around these lines should be fine. Now I'm gonna do this just so we know the three directions that we could go, but because this is a small space, I think we should at least make it this is square one. Let's go 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's go 10 out this way. Actually, that might have been too far, but let's then do 10 this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. And we've reached the cave. Which, luckily, this is going to be covered up, so we don't have to worry. But block number 10 should be this cobblestone right here. Perfect. So, and since we're doing 10 this way, we should at least go, I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we're gonna go at least 15. I think that should be solid. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That should be plenty of space. And now we can just go ahead and get rid of all of this. Okay, with all of that being removed, including the ceiling, we can now go ahead and get started on the build. However, as you may realize, and as I realized very quickly, I got rid of way too many blocks. I can't use all of the space with the amount of blocks that I have left. So instead, we're going to use as little space as possible, but we're going to have this area lined up. Not, what did I say? Lightened up? Yeah. And able to have where we want things to be, but we're going to try to use a small space here, and basically all this other space that's going to be behind here, I may use it in the future, I may not, but I doubt I will use it. But as long as I have it, it will at least be something that I have there, if that makes any sense as to what I just said. But overall, I'm not going to use all of the space, I'm just going to use some of the space. And just so this doesn't take too long, we're going to go ahead and make a time lapse, as we always do. So, enjoy. So, I may have done an oopsie, and that oopsie was that I didn't record the little flashback thing that I usually do to make sure that you guys can see the progress that I do in real time. I didn't record it. I just genuinely forgot, which means you weren't able to see me building all of the stuff that I built. So ta-da, this is the final product. This is what we finally have. In the end, I just made the walls out of oak, as you can see. I made textured patterns on top and textured bottoms on bottom. And then I made the little things here. Now, this and this are just little placeholders because I want to put lanterns there, because I don't want these bookshelves to go 3 blocks tall. I just want them to go 2 blocks, and that'll be probably as big as I want it. Again, I didn't use all the space, as I mentioned, because I don't think I could have used all the space with the limited blocks that I had. So instead, I made this little box in area that I think turned out pretty fine. I do think that it does need some things to lighten it up or make it look better. For example, I do think we should put some hanging signs in here just for some reason, and then also probably some what's it called, the thingy that I put over here. It's that one thing that's at the tip of my tongue. It's give me a second, I got this, don't you worry. It's these things. These things are what I want to put there as well. Just so it like looks like the wall is like bouncing out or something. I don't know. I also made sure to make the ladder look pretty nice. I do like it. It's a rim of white, and then right here it just has white behind it before you go up into the netherrack. Again, very simple design, very effective, I think, personally. However, I'd forgotten to do the entire time lapse, but then again, it was only going to be 40 seconds, so there's my 40-second explanation of what was there. I do hope you like how it turned out. I do think that this is one of my shorter episodes, though, because realistically, that was it. We're done for today. Actually, we can now hit the showers. We're done. No, that was our 1 hour Minecraft session. Honestly, that took less time than it took me to, well, build a bed. Yeah, sure. Let's just say it took me more time to build a bed than it took me to do that. That was very quick. That was very quick day of work, and I think it turned out pretty fine. But overall, I don't think there's much else I can do for today. I did make this with the intent of just making the enchantment room, and then potentially, hopefully sooner rather than later. I know that I've taken way too long to actually get these projects done, but the next project, it has to be, it's gotta be, it will be the farm. We're gonna make an automatic melon farm, potentially. I don't remember what I said the rules were about automatic farms, but I think watermelon farm is fine. So we're gonna do that. Also, because I don't think I mentioned it. No, wait, I did mention it. Never mind, scratch that. I think there's nothing else that we're gonna do next time. We are gonna definitely work on the farm, and that's it. That's gonna be it. After that, I don't know what else, but whatever hits me in the brain. Oh, actually, you know what? Now that it hit me, I should be reminded. If you're this far into the video and you want to remind me at some point, it's gonna be the trees. We gotta put the trees. The entire point of this design that we have here, right? Because you're probably confused, is that this is meant to be like a little dark forest kind of vibe without the trees for some reason, because I forgot to put the trees and I forgot to do that. But the entire thing was meant to be like a dark forest. Well, it was a light forest consumed by darkness kind of thing, and this was going to be a white tree, but it got dismantled, something. There was going to be lore. There was going to be a little bit of lore. But regardless, that's basically the plan. Trees and farms. But anyway, I'm going to end it here, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.